Welcome to the making of a DM. How is it that so many people are so efficient, but yet have little money? We're going to talk today about effectiveness. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having an absolute amazing day, pushing it, grinding it, and gritting it out. Hey, I'm sitting here in beautiful Parkland, Florida. If I sound a little different today, it's because I'm a tad congested. Some sinus stuff, nothing crazy. But this is on my schedule, and you are important to me. It's very important for me to be here. So I try to never miss this. But as I'm talking to you, a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of good stuff. I know a lot of crazy stuff too inside of that, but you know, we have a tendency as entrepreneurs to focus on all the amazing stuff, and we'll get to that in a second. But real quick, I want to just say thank you guys. I know I always jump to conclusions thinking you guys have been here for a long time, but if you're brand new to the show of the making of a DM, thank you so much for being here. My name is Mark Evans, DM, the deal maker or dream maker. Check out show number 1 if you want to get to learn a little bit more about me. I'll probably say some cuss words here. I'm not trying to cuss. It's just sometimes I get passionate, start talking directly to your soul. And pretty much honestly, I'm talking to myself. When I'm talking to you guys, just so you know, it's really the conversations I have with myself. So you kind of see what's going on in this crazy brain of mine. And for everyone that's been here, longtime listeners, thank you so much. We're hitting some really amazing benchmarks inside of the making of a DM podcast show. And I'm just very honored and very proud to have your ear for 20, 30 minutes, 60 minutes a week. This means a lot to me, so I don't take this lightly. I want to hit topics that really are real in business and in life. I won't sugarcoat it. That's one thing about me. Life is too short to sugarcoat. So I'll shoot direct with you. I'm not some guy that's read a bunch of books and is like, oh, I got an idea. I've been through the storm many times. I've went up and down and sideways and everything in between. I have many, many employees. I have many, many companies, and some have done really well, some not so well sometimes, but I keep my feet moving, and I will share the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I promised you, this is very important to me. So please, if you get a chance, take 2 minutes, do a 5-star review if it makes sense to you, if this show's been important to you. And if you please share it on all your social channels. I know lots of you do. Just please tag me so I know you're sharing it. If I can give you props, I will. So thank you so much. Let's get to the show. So I was hanging out with some guys recently, and they saw my calendar pop up on my phone. We were just kind of talking about some stuff. And the one guy's like, Jesus, Evans, how in the hell have you accomplished so much with a calendar like that? And I was like, what do you mean? I want you guys just to be clear. I have very little things on my calendar, like very, very little. The truth is, if you look at my calendar, I don't really put much on there. So I'll just kind of share. 4:44 a.m., as you guys know, it's my wakey, right? So I have this 7 days a week on my thing. At 4:44, it says, wake up again. Thank you, God. And then 5 a.m., Mark's time to work out, dream and think and implement. From 6 to 10 a.m., Mark's time, focus, build biz, and build dreams. I have a call, depending on what day, Wednesday. I have a level 10 call with my media company. At noon, it says eat healthy. 1:30, it says make 3 offers. 5 p.m., it says buffer time. 6 p.m. says eat dinner with loved ones. 7 p.m. says relax and read with the fam, hang out with the fam. And 10 p.m. it says go to bed, watch a movie, and count your blessings. That's what's on my schedule most of the time. See, I hired this guy back in the day. Great guy. He does a lot of he understands the brand at a whole nother level. And I've always had an issue with having a very packed calendar. I don't do well with it, honestly. I have massive anxiety. And he started asking me why I do what I do. And the truth is, why I've built the businesses the way I've built them, why I've created this life I have, I do it because I want time, freedom. See, a lot of people are doing it just to make money, and that's cool. I want to make money too, and we are making money. We want to make more. The real reason we're doing it is time freedom. And when I stick something on my calendar, what's the number one thing I lose that day? Time freedom. Even if it's for an hour, I lose that time freedom, right? So what it does for me is because when I put something on my calendar, it's very important, and I take it very serious. I don't care if it's going on a date with my wife. I treat that as if I'm meeting, someone that's getting ready to give us $100 million. It's the same meeting, same cadence. I take this shit very serious, and I'm not saying you don't, but it's very important that like if you have a meeting at 1:00, you show up at 12:55. Too many people are too laxed out there, too fucking willy-nilly, just hanging out, sliding by. No big deal. I got stuck in traffic. Fuck you and your traffic. Get your ass here on time. On time is 5 minutes early. You don't have to be 10 minutes early. 5 minutes early is fine. I'd rather see you show up a half hour early, sit out in the parking lot, and stroll in 5 minutes early. To me, that's what true winners do, and that's what I do. Everyone I know, on a rare occasion am I late. And you can ask my wife. This is how I am at birthday party, anything. If I'm going anywhere and we say we're going to be there at 5, I'm there at 4:55. It drives my wife nuts. It drives me nuts, to be honest with you. But it's how I've been built. I've built myself because I have I have important shit going on. If you tell me you're going to be here at 5, show up at 4:55, that we got shit to do. If you walk in a minute late, we have problems out of the gate. And this is the thing is I run that $1,000 a month mastermind group. It's always interesting to me. The people that show up a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes late are the ones that typically don't have as much going on as the guys showing up 3 to 5 minutes early. I want you to take note of that. Because that's one thing I noticed when I was building my companies in the early ages. Successful people show up on time. They don't just stroll in. I'm busy. We're all fucking busy. Right? And that's what today's show's about, really about it being efficient or effective. One thing I'm always questioning, I always see everyone talking online like, dude, I got this new efficient book, and every 15 minutes I have this alert go off. And when this alert goes off, I do this and I focus. And I'm like, dude, you're still fucking broke, but you're so efficient. There's companies out there in real estate. When I was teaching a lot of real estate people, they always need the new CRM because they clearly is not these guys. It's the fucking CRM, contact management system, by the way, if you don't know what that is. But in their company, they can't grow, they can't scale because, dude, my CRM, man, I need a new one. And then they spend a lot of time and energy, not even about the money, the time and energy to learn a new CRM, learn a new process, learn how to log it. Like, it's a process. And if you have a team, now you got to teach the team. And then things break. Then people get pissed. Then people quit. And then guess what? You're back to square one. Minus a year later of your life. Have you ever thought about how people became millionaires and billionaires before all this beautiful technology ever existed? Have you ever thought about how that happened? Have you ever thought maybe you're too efficient? This is a serious question. I'm genuinely interested in people that fucking read books on 2X, that listen to podcasts on 2X, that have the best calendars. As soon as you push submit on this thing, it ties into your Google Doc, your Google Calendar, your email calendar, all whatever bullshit you got. And yet you can't show up on time. You have no money in the fucking bank, or not as much as you need or want. And yet you're so efficient. Have you ever asked yourself, maybe I just need to be fucking more effective? I would take effectiveness over efficiency any day. See, I have a weird thing, though, called grit in my brain. It's ingrained in my body, actually. I'm a gritty son of a bitch. I will outwork anybody. I truly believe I will outwork anybody listening to my voice. I will grind it. I will work. I will push. I will prod. And I will drive and drive and drive until I'm dead in the ground. It's the only way I quit. This is a good thing, and sometimes it can be a very annoying bad thing. But the truth is, it's what's got me to where I'm at. I'm very conscious of it. So I catch myself sometimes being too gritty in certain situations where I don't need to be, where I need to be delegating, not gritty. But again, you can't delegate what you don't know what to do, don't know how to hand off. I was talking with somebody recently, and he's like, dude, my income is drastically reduced. My activities have drastically went up, and I'm not sure what's going on. I've handed off a lot of stuff. And I'm like, well, what are you doing all day? What did you hand off? A lot of times entrepreneurs, once they hand off one thing, they want to hand off all things, right? Instead of looking at the data, not the drama. I don't care what the drama says. No one knows. No one cares what drama says. Drama is very relative to all of us. Everyone's got drama. But back to efficiency and effectiveness. He's built his life very efficient, but it's not producing any income, which is the non-effective side of his life. That's going to cause him to get in massive financial trouble if he doesn't get his hands around it, which he will. Why? Because he's paying attention. And that's very important. You see, these are habits that we need to adopt. A lot of you guys are listening to people that are making thousands of dollars a month. Very few people that you talk to, I'm telling you, like the millionaires, 100 millionaires, billionaires, they're very effectively efficient. Not efficiently effective. We have to you don't see the fucking 25 years prior to being here today. You don't see me getting up at 4 a.m. every single mundane day. Like literally no one even knows who the fuck I am. Every single day. Happy, excited, sad, scared, frustrated, overwhelmed, and everything in between to get to where I'm at today. So you see the Rolls, you see the Ferraris, you see the big houses, but what you don't see is the 95% of the time I'm working and only the 5% of the time I'm hanging out driving a car. The truth is, if you looked at my speedometers, you'd laugh because you'd realize I don't really drive a whole lot anyways. And if I do, my golf cart in Florida here definitely has more miles than any of my other cars. See, I'm not out here to showboat for you. I'm out here to prove to me what I'm capable of. I'm out here to see what my effectiveness to the world is, how I can change people's lives. The messages I get on a daily of talking about how we've helped people overcome fear, get in front of opportunity that they never even knew was in front of them by getting out of their own way and everything in between. Like, it's absolutely amazing. That's what I do this show for, truthfully. I'm telling you right now, where you're at in your life is because every decision you've made to get here. It's either good or bad. We can't do anything about the past, but we can do something now about the future. And I'm sick and tired of seeing all these people talk about this fucking efficiency stuff that don't have a pot to piss in. They're living in their mom's basement, but yet you guys are listening to these clowns. That's not what it's about. I remember back in the day when I was just trying on the up, I was buying all the books, how to become effective, highly effective habits, blah, 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 all this shit. These efficiency things can mess you up more than help you. And not only that, it depends where you're at in the journey, right? There's nothing wrong with being efficient. I'm not saying that. It's just there's a timing thing that's going on. And if you're in the grind, in the trenches, like pushing and prodding, and you got to be the face or whatever you're doing, I don't know where you're at in a journey, but like there's a point in time where you got to be present. You got to be in the grind. You got to be effective. If you're not effective, the bills aren't getting paid. Don't use efficiency as a crutch for you not to pay your bills. Don't use you like, dude, you told me to hand it off. I read the book, Magician vs. Mill. I didn't say it's magic. I said it's a magician-like effect. A magician works really fucking hard behind the scenes to give you 30 minutes of entertainment and then goes back. Like literally they work fucking 30 years to give you 30 minutes of entertainment to make it look effortlessly. You understand that, right? That's what a magician does. It's not like money magically appears in your bank account because you do dick. It's because you've worked really hard and you've built real teams and you understand real business, processes, procedures, people, infrastructure. What habits are you adopting? Who are you following? Truthfully, like, who are you following? Many people, I did a show about this, about being a fly on the wall. Many people want to be a fly on the wall. If you're a fly on my wall, you're probably going to get smacked down and killed. You know what I mean? Because I'm too busy. You'd be like, what's this guy do all day? We're moving at such rapid paces, having so many conversations with so many different people. Things are happening at like, but again, you got to understand, this is 26 years, almost 26 years later. I understand how to be efficient and effective. I don't need a calendar. I don't need a CRM to tell me how to do that. And I'm not saying these things aren't important, by the way. But I've done millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars of business without a CRM, without any kind of efficiency. Like, dude, chest to chest sales. I mean, it's like, listen, I have a list. Here's 100 people. Let's go knock on doors and make something happen. I don't need a fucking CRM to do that for me. I think the truth is most people are just trying to figure out how not to do the work. There's no systems or procedure or CRMs that are going to do all the work for you. There's got to be humans involved. I'm not saying you shouldn't be thinking about how to get you out of the humanization side. I think you need to figure out how to build a team to do that, though. You have to evolve, right? So I keep thinking about this. It's not about efficiency. It's about effectiveness. You understand that, right? It's not just about efficiency. It's about effectiveness. And if you're sitting there looking at your business or your P&L and wondering what the hell is going on, but yet you're so damn efficient, you probably need to stop and look, how do I become more effective? Maybe you got to go meet one person a day. Maybe you got to have 4 calls a day. Maybe you got to do 1 webinar a day. Maybe you got to do 3 podcast shows a week. Maybe, like, what effective pieces can you do to activate income? This is the shit we talk about in the 1K mastermind group of activation of income. How to make more money very quickly. How to get out of your own way at a rapid pace. How to evolve and develop a team under you. And I got 2 asks for you guys today listening to my show. If you're not in the 1K group, and we're not open, by the way, right now, but when we do open, we do have a hot list where we'll be opening up a list to you guys. But if this is something like 1K hot list, send me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM and just say 1K hot list. And I'll make sure we get you your email and cell phone number over there. So when we go live, you can kind of be on the front side of that. But we have people in there absolutely crushing the game already. We've only been running the 1K group for about 7 weeks now. To say I'm impressed is an understatement. To say I'm proud is a massive understatement. These are the doers of the doers. You're going to sit back and watch, and you can keep listening to the show for free. I 100% am cool with that. But I promise you, the guys and gals that are in that 1K group per month will be changing their trajectory at a rapid pace. Their financials will go up drastically. Their clarity will get more clear. Their revenue streams will be 20-folded. And most people sit back and watch and understand, dude, what are they doing that I'm not doing? It's probably what they're not doing is what they're doing. It's very cool to see, like, the people, the connections, how we can expedite results at a rapid pace. You're listening to the show on Wednesday, and Tuesday I'm actually getting ready to do a webinar. As you know, I'm buying a company, and I'll be 44 in June. I'm just sharing real shit here with you guys. And I want to switch gears here for a second because I think this is important for you to understand. I'm looking to buy this pet company. I'm going to raise, say, $5.5 million. I'm doing a webinar. We'll have a lot of people on. And on this webinar, I'm going to share the journey, what we're going to do, how we're going to take a company from 1.1 million a year in net revenue to 3 to 5 million very quickly. Obviously, we got to hit 3 million first net and then go to 5 and beyond. And then I'm also going to show the exit process, how it kind of works, who's involved. I'm investing tens of thousands of dollars on the front end. And I'm sharing this with you because I share real shit going on in my life. Some people hear $5.5 million for a business. It's a lot or not a lot. It's all relative. To me, to be honest with you, it's kind of like I have the cash in the bank to pay for it myself. Straight up genuine, and it wouldn't affect my life. I'm not saying that to be a dick. It's the truth. But I'm doing something different with this. And I was talking with an M&A attorney because when I'm buying and selling companies, I want to be in the 9-figure range, 100 million plus buy and sells. That's my goal by 50. So hold me to it. 6 years. And I don't have 100 million just lying around doing nothing. That'd be stupid. It's always I have a lot of money's invested in different things that I got going on. So if I needed to buy a $100 million company today, I would definitely need to raise money. So he's like, dude, what did you do in real estate back in the day? Because I did a show about this, how I've raised over $100 million just in the real estate game. And this is when I was 18 and beyond. And what I did is I stair-stepped people into opportunity with me. We all know the saying, go to the bank and get money when you don't need the money. Get access to capital when you don't need the capital. I don't need the money. I want it. But we're talking in today's terms. This is a massive lesson for you, so please listen. We're talking in today's terms, though. I don't need the money today, but I'm not playing the game for today. I'm playing the game for 5 or 6 years from now. I'm going to need more help. I'm going to need access to more money because we're buying bigger stuff. What if I'm buying something for $400, $500 million or beyond in 6 years from now? And today, when I do that webinar, actually on Tuesday, the minimum is $100K. One's got to be accredited, and there's going to be a pref rate on the money, and then there's going to be some equity in the deal. I want to give them a behind-the-scenes look, an interaction guide of how I actually do business. I've never done it before, ever. Not on the business side. I've bought and sold lots of companies, but I've never done it on this side before. So if this is something that interests you, I can send you the replay because you're going to listen to this a day after the show goes live. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Mark Evans DM. Say investment webinar, and I'll get you the details. That's me replying to you, by the way. No one else. So investment webinar. Again, you must be accredited, and you must have at least access to $100,000. You don't have to invest, but if you did have access to a little bit of money and you were accredited, this is probably something you want to listen to. If anything else, just to learn about why I'm getting into the pet industry, I'll share a little bit here now. I like recession-proof business models. I'm a very strategic investor. I'm not investing just for fun. I was a dumb investor back in the day. I would just buy anything that made sense, made money, not necessarily made sense in my verticals. I just wanted to make more cash flow. I accomplished some good stuff with that, and some stuff was a little chaotic, but I caused that myself. But what's cool about this particular deal is the pet industry is not getting any smaller. It's a $69 billion a year industry. It's huge, huge. Guys, you have food, and this is not in the food space, but I'll have 500,000 people day one. When I acquire this company, I'll have 500,000 people in the database that's been in this company for almost 5 years that like, trust, and know this company. The company's done a great job up to this point, but there's massive opportunities on a couple things I'm really, really good at, and that's called marketing, understanding customer experience. Honestly, to be straight up with you, one of the biggest things I'm most excited about is that my intentions and our goal is to give away millions of dollars to dog and pet charities through this company. Because every time a transaction happens in that company, we're looking to take a percentage of that and give it away. We call this full circle giving. It's associated with every company I'm involved in. Every time you buy a book in the DM world, in my world, 100% of those net profits go to charity. We're changing people's lives through efforts, actions, effectiveness. I'm looking at effectiveness first and foremost in all companies when I go to acquire, and then I start breaking down where they're inefficient. And I'm not trying to turn inefficiencies to efficiencies. I'm trying to turn inefficiency to effectiveness and then turn that into an efficiency process. Because the thing is, I can't make something efficient if I don't know how to make it effective. Does that make sense? I can't go there and create a solution if I don't understand the whole problem. And this is where too many people are oversimplifying things. So there's a lot of cool opportunities here. And my goal, back to this pet company, is my goal and my intentions are that the people come in with $100 grand, $500K or whatever, is that they get their money back fairly quickly. They keep a piece of equity, and they make an amazing pop on the backside when we sell it. But most importantly, two things. One, I want them to win. And two, I want them to do more with me in the future. So I'm setting the stage today. This is the first date, if you will. This company, buying this company with them. They're going to get a front seat view of how this all works. They're going to see if I'm full of shit or not. I'm excited. I'm also scared. And I'm not scared maybe the way you think scared is. I'm scared to disappoint myself first and foremost, and most importantly, you as well as an investor. See, the thing is, I know two guys that were not afraid to take people's money. They both took people's money and went bankrupt. Jay-Z gets on stage, he's still scared. When I speak on stage, I'm still scared because I want to deliver best. I want to be the best. I want to over-deliver. I want to deliver more, and I want to figure out how to make it better for you. These are good fears. These are good problems to have. Too many people are too loose. They're not taking this stuff as serious as they should. Oh, it's just 100,000. No, dude, this is trust. That's first and foremost what you're gaining. The money is just a byproduct. And I want you guys to really think about this. If you're presenting, maybe you're in the real estate, maybe you're presenting real estate deals, maybe you have a box club, maybe you're trying to raise money for your company, whatever it is, start conversating today. Start having conversations with prospects. One thing I could recommend is don't talk about money to people that don't have money, because you're going to think you're doing it wrong, because they're going to make you feel stupid because they don't have the funds to do it. They're like, dude, that's stupid. No one would ever invest in that. Huh? 20% cap day one. How is this stupid? Please explain. Oh, by the way, you're going to get blank amount of equity. You're going to get this. You're going to waterfall it down. You're going to get this. The next 3 to 5 years, here's the projections. Explain to me what, well, man, I could put it in crypto and get it 100x. Well, that's called gambling. This is called business building. And by the way, why can't you do both? Well, the truth is they don't have the money. So don't talk big deals and big opportunities to small-minded, small bank account people. It just does. It will never work. They just don't get it. And they'll make you feel stupid. And then my biggest fear is that you don't have that thought process of like, you're not, the only thing you're doing wrong is talking to the wrong person. That's it. It's not the opportunity's bad. It's the individual you're conversating with just is not capable of pulling it off. So make sure you have an avatar of your prospects. Mine's very clear. I'm looking for someone that has at least $100,000 of liquidity, minimum, if not way more. They must be accredited. Go online and see what accredited investor means. It's not that crazy. And they must be willing to want to partake in some kind of opportunity to grow their wealth. That's it. Pretty simple. I remember back when I was starting out, I used to talk, because I did real estate, I was trying to raise money from people who had no money. And again, I have this thing called grit. Very, very, very proud my parents instilled this in me. But I would sit there and I would like question myself. What am I doing wrong? What don't I see that they see? Well, dude, the only thing they see is zeros in their bank account. Like $0 or negative maybe. That's the only thing they see. I had vision. I had wherewithal. See, this may sound silly, but I've never seen real estate investing as risky. I really haven't. If I can put $100,000 in a deal and it's making $1,500 a month, it's got a return on investment. I'm not saying there's not risk in real estate. I just never saw it as a big risk investment. There's many different ways to exit out of real estate too. Many different ways to exit out of all types of deals. If you buy correctly, there's really not that much risk. Same thing in businesses. It's not about how much you make on the sell. It's how much you buy it for in the beginning. That's how you dictate if it's going to be a deal or not in the future. The deal happens when you buy, not when you sell. So if you overpay for a house, it's going to be tougher, even though it still can work out really well, to make it work, depending on your strategy. In business, same thing. In business, I'm just like real estate. We look for underutilized assets where I can come in with specialized information and knowledge and capital, maybe all 3, all 4, all 5, whatever, and put a team behind it and grow it. I don't do anything to make $1 million a year. I want to make 10 million plus. Every company I'm looking at needs to generate. I'm thinking, how do we make 10 million a year? Minimum. Why do anything less? I know how to do it. So the old me, everything like, dude, it makes 10 grand a month. Okay, I'm in. I'll buy it. I'll take it. But I just bought myself a job for 10 grand a month and I already have 70 other jobs. I don't have time. Therefore, I don't make 10 grand. I make 0. More importantly, it messes with you. Dude, I just spent $180,000 and I lost it. Not lost it. I just don't make it back as quick. So in business, what we're looking for is how do we take a company that's making $7 million a year, turn it into 20 plus million a year. That's what we're going to do in the pet company. Our net profit margin is going to shoot up out of the roof. And hopefully, if you're listening to this and you want to listen to that webinar, shoot me a social media at Mark Evans DM, say investment webinar. Now, I'm not here to make any kind of guarantees in any way, shape, or form, right? I'm just sharing like real life stories with you guys, but I'm excited for it. I think, I believe 100% the folks that participate will have a great experience. beyond what I'm even saying, because there's certain things you can say and can't say, unfortunately. But I'm excited about the first deal, but I've been at this game long enough to know strategically what this looks like. Deal 3, deal 4, deal 5. I've talked about this on many occasions, but I'll share it again because I think it's super important to understand my thought process of the game. I'll be 44. I'm in this game until I'm 100 plus. I'm never retiring, ever. I love business. It's not about business, by the way. It's about learning constantly. I love new, niches. I love learning about new people. I love seeing people win. I love seeing businesses grow. I love seeing charities win. It's fun. It's like my game. It's enjoyable to me. But what I really get excited about is I think 20 years from now, I'm 64 then, and I'm sitting on our island. I own this island out in the Carolinas with my buddies, or we're sitting on the back of a yacht, or we're flying across the country in a jet, and we're laughing about this very moment. Dude, I heard your voice on this podcast show. I thought you're so full of shit, but you actually said something that intrigued me. I shot you a message on social media. It said investment webinar. You actually replied, which is huge props because most people don't fucking reply. I listened to it and I saw it. I got it. More importantly, I participated in it. But Mark, you know why I keep sticking around with you, buddy? 20 years later, by the way, because you always over-deliver. You always perform. You always get in the grind. You do exactly, if not more than what you say. And the teams you build are amazing. I can always contact someone and get answers. And that's why we're celebrating the 5th company you've invested with, and we just sold for $1 billion plus. That very moment happens sometime. Question is when. I'm being very conscious of where I'm going, not where I'm at. If you're in a business right now and you're trying to buy that $1 million rental property or real estate deal or whatever, you need to start seeking investment capital. You need to start seeking partners. Start creating strategic relationships. Give up some equity. Lots of people started back in the day, including me, where I gave up 50% of equity to get the capital to do the deals. I wasn't worried about what you were making because you did nothing. They forget the money is a lot. But what I was making and what I was gaining and what I was learning. Let us go make some money together and then let us make real money in the future. See, if you're tripping about pennies today and a couple dollars here and there, that is the real problem of what stops people from growing to the next level. That's what hinders you from creating massive amounts of wealth because you want 100% of a grape and not 10% of a fucking monster watermelon. The problem with the grape, you have to do everything. Everything's on your shoulders. Everything's on you. With the watermelon, you have teams, infrastructure, people, organization, and it's way, way bigger. See, the thing is everyone's like, dude, I want a piece of the pie. Well, we all do. Very few people get it, though. Not only do I want a big piece of the pie, I want to make the pie bigger for all of us so your piece is bigger too. See, the thing is, I'm not doing this for my generation, my kid, me, my family. I'm doing it for my kids' kids. My kids' kids. We're thinking legacy growth. We're thinking about charitable contributions in the future. How can we give hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars away through my today's activities for the future? It's a little scary. It's a little overwhelming. I get it. But I'm not scared of failing. I'm scared of not doing. Because I'm going to wake up at 50 years old and I'm going to look in that fucking mirror and I'm going to say, Mark, you've given it your all. You've done exactly what you said you're going to do and above and beyond. And today's the day, my man. We're selling for 9 figures, 10 figures. It's happening. Or I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be fucking slugging along, talking shit. Dude, today's the day. You're going to be a winner. You got this, man. Yeah, one day it's going to be your time. Keep lying to myself. I just had this realization I want to do more and bigger. I've talked about this. I keep my lifestyle intact, though. It's got to be vertical and integrated with something I enjoy. It's got to be with people I love. It's got to be semi-recession proof. This is why I believe this company will grow massively. The cool thing is I know a lot of people in the space, potential buyers. I've already preset the conversations. My M&A attorneys are already working behind the scenes to start planting seeds, asking questions. Where do we need to be on the EBITDA to make this make sense at this number? What kind of infrastructure do you like to see? What kind of MRR? That's monthly recurring revenue. What kind of MRR would you like to see to make this a multiplier of 14x, 10x, 3x, whatever X? And then we have the SKUs. These are one-time products. What's our lifetime customer value? What's our acquisition model look like? What's our team structure look like? These are systems, operations, and processes. This is what my team knows how to do. And there's a lot of people out there that's done a really good job getting companies up to a certain level. But they also want to go build something bigger. They want to do more. Could you imagine being 30-something years old, getting a check for $5 million cash because of something you built? That's what's going to happen for the individual I'm buying this company from. He's 31. I'm excited for him. It was not hardcore negotiations. We were both fair guys. We want to see each other win. Why wouldn't we? See, the truth is, I want to buy another company from him in the future. The type of personality he is, he's a great starter, great idea, great company structure, gets it to a certain point, and then he's like, kind of done with it. By the way, this happens at all levels. This happens at companies that do $50 million a year, companies that do $500 million. Like, you just get bored with them. You just kind of like, did my thing. Okay, I'm cool. What's next? So don't judge it. Why do you think I sold all my single families? I still have some I still want to sell, but I'm selling through a process. Taxes, go figure. Got to make sure you structure that out right. But the team. Single families were a big deal back in the day for me. Now it's a pain in my ass. It's too small. I don't want to get emails. Well, the tenant's going to live there for 6 months for free. Are you cool with that? Fuck no, I'm not. I don't live for free. No one should live for free. But what the fuck can we do? I don't like problems like that. It's a $5,000 problem. I want to focus. I want people like I want $5 million problems. I want 500 million. Like, you guys understand? You got to change your problems. You got to grow. Stop playing the game where you're at. I'm not saying stop working, but stop playing the Mickey Mouse game where you're at today. You got to start looking where you're going 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You're looking in the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror as I speak to myself right now. God, I'm good looking. No, I'm just joking. But no seriousness. Am I going to be proud of what I see in 5 years from now? Or am I going to be pissed? I want you to take this real serious. Because I see too many of you people fucking around, trying to be efficient, trying to be cool, and can't do dick. Because you don't have the funds. You don't have the team. You don't have the following. You've been in business for 15 years, but yet you still have the same problems. Don't you see that as a problem? You've been in the game for multiple years. You don't have anybody on your team that you trust. That's a problem. We need to evolve. Start asking different questions. How's my 10-year self in the future answer this question? Deal with this situation. Who's on my team? What does the team even look like? What do I stand for? What's my identity to the company? What's our core values? Start hiring people. But Mark, they make more money than me. Who gives a fuck? Today they do, and 10 years they won't. That's the difference. You're too worried what everyone else is making, not what you're generating. If you're not generating enough money to pay people to help you grow, you're probably in the wrong product or you're dealing with the wrong situation. Everything, lots wrong there. You got to expand. You got to grow. You got to evolve. You got to become proud of where you're going. Stop complaining. Stop pissing and moaning. We got to get to fucking work. It's our time. There's never been more money available at your fingertips. There's never been more opportunity at your fingertips. The technology, the Web3, whatever the hell you want to do, if you get very dialed in and focused, it's your time. The work's not going to do its work on its own. You got to show up and do the work. As I'm looking at here, I had this cool art piece done by my boy Pucho. Actually, he used to work for me. He was a tech guy for me. Now he's becoming like a pretty cool artist. But my whole thing, it's like life. I love the journey. I love the growth. Have style, have class, determination, family, legacy, giving, full circle, grit, dream, drive, time freedom, dedication. Most importantly, be a deal maker and dream maker. See, the thing is, we're all dreaming, but are we dreaming about the right things? Are we driving towards the right goals? Most of you don't know the difference from the North Star or like a little brighter star in the sky. So when you get all the way over to this other star that you thought was the North Star, you're very far away. Start educating yourself on what the North Star looks like. Start understanding when you get off track, how to get back on track faster. We all get off track. The question is, how much faster are you going to get back on track? Some of you fucking have been off track for 10 years. Some of you still making excuses of about 2006, 7, and 8, the market crisis. Well, you don't understand. No one gives a shit. We don't need to understand your bullshit. Stop trying to understand the shit and start focusing on the grit. Get back to work. Get serious about your life. Get focused on something bigger than you. Stop trying to feed you. Stop trying to feed you and your family. Start feeding your fucking village. Start feeding the town. Start feeding the state. Start feeding the country. These are all different cadences, my friend. Some will make excuses and some will get results. It's a decision. It's going to be a scary one. You're going to have to step out in faith, but you're going to trust in yourself because you're putting forth the effort. You're doing the work. You're making the moves. You're making the connections. You're getting up earlier. You're going to bed later. You're being more effective. Fuck efficiency. Effective. But you're mindful of your efforts. You're focused on family. You're focused on your health. You're focused on your wealth. All of this takes effort. Be effective on all. Some days are easier than others. But that's where the mundane, tactical, just stay focused. Habits, habits, habits. Stay focused. I'm excited for you. I'm shaking actually right now as I speak to you. Dead serious. Because someone listening to the show right now, I'm talking directly to you. I've said a lot here today, but I just want you to know this is a journey, not a destination. That's why I'm going to be doing the show for as long as I can see, because every day is a new day. Every day creates a new part of the journey. As soon as I think I sell this company for $1 billion or 500 mil or 100 mil, whatever the number is, I'm going to be first to tell you about it. Not to brag about it, but to share about it. What I would have done different, what I would have done better, what I would have done quicker, what I would have done smoother, I would share with you the real shit. I will share with you, as I always do. You're not alone. I'm scared. But I'm not scared of what I'm not going to do. I'm more scared of how I'm going to do it and push it. You're capable of so much more, my friend. Yes, you are. I promise you. I want you to sit down, think about this, write down your next steps. What's your next moves? Get effective. Without all this efficiency bullshit, if it's not serving you, it's not working. Get effective. Eliminate people in your life that are not being effective in your life, that are helping you become effective. Or disassociate. Or limit. This typically is family. I need you focused. I want you in the game with me. I want to grow with people. My question is, in 20 years from now, are you on the back of that yacht? Are you on that private island? Are you on that jet with us? Talking about this very moment. Talking about when you made a decision to get in the fucking game and stop talking about the game. That's the kind of cadence that we're rolling over here and all the guys I'm hanging out with. I'm not trying to impress you, but impress upon. If you don't go now, when do you go? If not now, then when? Listen to the past shows. Get ingrained in what we're talking about. Listen to the evolution of me 2.5 years deep into this game with you on podcast every fucking week. You can hear the growth. You can hear what I'm doing. I'm telling you exactly where I'm at, where I'm going, and what I'm doing. There's no fucking secrets. The real secret's doing the work, which most people don't want to do. The real work. It's not about the out of the work. It's the internal, the head, the game. That's why you're here. And I respect that. So I'm getting long-winded here, but I'm thinking about you. I want you to stay focused and go get that money. Keep me posted. Shoot me an Instagram message at Mark Evans DM, the 1K hot list or the investment webinar. Let me know. This will go quick. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. So with that said, make today count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, so I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm deal maker, deal maker, deal maker,
DM project. This is thepodcastfactory.com.